I remember a time when I was standing in line at a military department store, and this Marine turned around and said to me, "Are those really eagles on your shoulder?" And I looked down, paused, and then I sarcastically said, "No, they just fell down from the sky and landed on my shoulders." And what I meant by that was, as the first black female to make the rank of colonel in the United States Air Force, they truly were heaven sent. So although he was saying it because he was in awe of the fact that a black female would be wearing the rank of colonel, which is represented by eagles on her shoulder, I was a bit surprised too. So, as I tell you that story, I have to tell you that, as the daughter of an Army veteran, also Army colonel, one of the first black Army Corps of Engineer officers, I've never been without an ID card. And I will tell you that I've spent my entire adult career serving military members and their family. But during that time, I have experienced something that you probably have also experienced. And I'll just tell you a couple of other stories that I hope resonate with you. I remember times when I'd be walking on the base. I would pass an airman or a sergeant, and I'd say, "Excuse me, sergeant," or "Excuse me, airman." And they would say, oh, ma'am, I didn't see you. And this happened so many times that I began to believe they didn't see me. You know why? Because they weren't expecting to. Then, I'm sure you can relate. You're at a meeting, a conference, and they say, "Oh, GI, can you scribe?" While the guys sit and think. But it's our job to get up and write on the board and take the notes. "Oh, GI, would you mind getting us some coffee?" Why? Because they're not expecting to see us, women veterans. They're not expecting that we have left our children back with family or a spouse. They're not expecting that, or I'll say we weren't expecting to have serving this country be such an additional sacrifice. Wearing equipment, we may want to serve, but our bodies were not built to serve and carry those kinds of equipment. So as a result, many women veterans have physical issues with their back and necks. You're not expected that you would have to succeed in a male-dominated arena, and you did it. You fought not only the war outside, but you also fought a war within you. Many of us serve despite being marginalized, despite experiencing sexism, ageism, racism, being overlooked, ignored. Why is it that we, even after serving this great country at a great sacrifice, a few of what I just mentioned, being overlooked, being not seen, do we have a passion to continue to serve? Why is it? There's nothing wrong. It's honorable to serve. John Maxwell says the highest form of leadership is service. But why do we have to do it in such a sacrificial way? When are we going to realize that our service is what has led us to success? I know why you can do it. You know why? Because I think I can do anything. I think women veterans can do anything. But my passion, my reason for talking to you today is to convince you to go from being of service to providing a service, to create your own system of wealth, to not feel like the only way that I can serve is to continue to sacrificially serve at the expense of our business, at the expense of being an entrepreneur. Because guess what I know? When we serve, there's great things that we learned, great skills we learned, and we put those in our rucksack. We put those things, those tools of resilience, leadership, resourcefulness, courage, determination in our rucksack. And that service leads us to great service. I have survived not only the war without, but the one within. I'm not any more than anyone, nor less than anyone. But I believe I am equal to and greater than any challenge that God and I may face. And I'm challenging you, fear not, because we are enough. We are enough. Why are we enough? TGIF, the GI factor. It's not only my business, but it's you. You have the got it factor. You've got it. You can do it. You're more than enough. You are a woman veteran. In spite of the obstacles, you did it. You provided selfless service to this nation, and that makes you not invisible. That makes you a veteran, a woman veteran. As I said before, that rucksack, it's loaded, filled with all kinds of tools and resources. You've got the got it factor. So guess what? I want to talk to you. How is it you can use this got it factor, all those things in your rucksack, to bring yourself to business? Well, I'm a veteran. My name is GI. As I tell people, it's a noun, it's a verb, it's an adjective. It's a first name, last name, and on a bad day when you worked for me in the military, it might have even been a cuss word. So I love acronyms. We're always giving short names. So SOP in the Air Force means Standard Operating Procedure. But today, it stands for Service and Success is an Opportunity for Profit. I'm going to say that again. Our service and our success is an opportunity for profit. SOP. Just think about any bad day you want to think that you can't do something. I want you to pull out all those performance reports. All those reports that documented your amazing service, how you led the mission, helped with the mission, saved lives, allowed, in my case, the greatest Air Force in the world to achieve its mission to fly and protect this great nation's airways and those around the world. Then I want you to think about all of the opportunities you were afforded to lead major programs, millions and billions. But now I want you to think of opportunity in a different way. I tell everybody, the government's dysfunction is your opportunity. All those things that you've been fussing about, oh, they're inefficient on this way. They don't do things that great that way. They are opportunities for you in your business. So take it. Take the opportunity. Make it. But how do you get people say, well, how do I do business with the government? How do I find an opportunity? I say use the Uncle Sam method. Told you I love acronyms. S, solve a problem. A, address an issue or meet a need. If your product or service doesn't do one of those things, you're never going to make money. And oh, by the way, then you've got to be laser focused. Everybody talks about a funnel, right? I say turn the funnel upside down. Go focused, then go wide. So focus on a particular client, a particular organization, a particular office, and stalk them. As I talk to women veterans as the director of Women Veteran Initiative, Veteran Small Business Initiative, I said if you were dating a guy, you'd know his football team, you would know his favorite color, you would know what kind of cards he likes. You've got to do that same thing with your client. You've got to get to know them. So be laser focused on your client. I will tell you, I'm so laser focused that guess what? I'm only about women, veteran, entrepreneurship, and leadership. I'm not military sexual trauma for veterans. I'm not mental health for veterans. I'm not unemployment for veterans, unless it leads to a business opportunity. I'm laser focused, and you have to be that laser focused. I'm interested in women from 40 to 60 in business. Guess what? I want women who have a VA disability because I want them to already have a source of income. I want them to have VA benefits so that when they go into business, guess what? Instead of them going and looking for a job, I say go look for a job. When they want to hire you, say hire my business. This is the best model in the world. Sell your skills as a business, not as an employee. Then when they want to hire you, you negotiate the deliverables, the timing, the standards, even how much you're going to show up in the office, right? Guess what happens? If you were an employee and you see another problem outside of your contract, you do it. But if you're a business, that's not in my contract, but I'm more than able to do it for you. And guess what? But I need to hire 2 more people, and I need more money. That is the business model for women veterans, for veterans, period. Look for a job, then convince them to hire you. You don't need the medical. You've got VA medical care. Guess what? That will give you an opportunity to get started and grow your business while having an income. And it will allow you to dictate your system of wealth, how often you show up at the office, how much what you deliver, how you deliver it, instead of being there punching a clock and listening to somebody who may not be as smart as you. And that will also give you extra time to find other business opportunities. Last, profit. We have got to have a profit model. And I learned this from my colleague that's in the audience, Russ Barnes, when I did some consulting with him. We've got to have a business model. We have to know what's our goal. If we want to make $1 million, I always say you can have one woman 10,000 ways, or you can have 10,000 women one way. Same thing with clients. Guess what? You can have you can have 50, $20,000 clients and be a millionaire, or you can have, a whole bunch of $1,000 clients. You determine the model, but what's important and what I find is the hurdle for most of us who have been providing service free all of our lives is how do we create a system of wealth which includes a profit model? So service and success, is for opportunity, take it or make it. P is for profit. And then I want to just talk to you about 3 things that I think are hurdles for women veterans. And it's stop, look, and listen, right? Stop looking at others to give you permission, to approve you. Stop serving to get approval. That's a lot of us. We're performative. I'm going to do this so they'll like me. I'm going to do this so they accept me. Stop it. Stop letting others define you or confine you. One of my mantras is, that's only for me and God to define and confine me. Look for opportunities to do business with others. You can go faster and further by collaborating with others, doing an exchange of business services. Look for the magic. It's there. You are unique. I heard something recently. Somebody said, if you think nobody needs what you have, I want you to go, next time you're at the grocery store, go look on the water aisle. Water. God made water. Do you know how many variations of water there are? That means you have been given all those tools and skills that you learned by serving this great nation. You have a unique perspective to create and serve something to this world. So don't ever think it's already been done. You've got it, it's inside. And then listen. Listen and learn from people who are proven. Just because somebody has a title, just because somebody calls themselves coach, entrepreneur, doesn't mean that you should listen to them. I always call myself, I don't judge people, but I am a fruit inspector. If the fruit is not coming off the tree, if you're apple tree, I should see apples. Oranges, I see oranges. And oh, by the way, I want sweet oranges. But if they don't have the profits, the proven success, do not listen to them. So that's stop, look, and listen. And then finally, I want to conclude with something. It's about a Marine. My fellow Marine sister in arms here will appreciate this. I was at the retirement of a Marine friend of mine who's now gone on. And he said, I'm just a country boy from Georgia. And I'm from the South, so, we talk out loud in church events. And I said, who does he think he's fooling? This guy had medals, up to here. He was very much accomplished. I mean, he wrote poetry, played the piano. I mean, just a Renaissance kind of man. And his roommate kind of elbowed me and said, be quiet. You can't tell everybody what you're working with. And I said, I'll talk to you about it later. We got to the reception table, and I said, what do you mean? I said, he's this talented guy. Why is he downplaying himself, dumbing down, saying, I'm just a country boy from Georgia? And he said to me something that has changed the way I think. He said, everybody doesn't deserve your excellence. He said, are you going to tell me that everybody deserves your excellence? I don't know. I'm not sure. He said, everybody doesn't deserve your excellence. I said, give me your phone number. And if you don't know me, I'm rarely speechless. I have something to say about anything and everything. Just ask my husband. And over the weekend, this was a Friday, I thought about that thing. I woke up thinking about it. I was thinking in my sleep, does everybody deserve your excellence? And I turned it around, backwards, forwards, thought about it. On Monday, I woke up and I called him. And the answer is yes, everybody deserves your excellence. When we are excellent, we glorify God and say, thank you for the gifts and talents you've given me. I'm a great steward of them. 2, when we are excellent, we put others on notice. You better step up your game and use your excellence. 3, when we're excellent, guess what? We give others permission to be excellent. And 4, which is where the magic is, when we are excellent, our excellence joins with the excellence of others. And that's where the magic, the money, and the mission happen. So the answer is everybody deserves your excellence. And so I want to challenge women veterans to use their excellence, not just to serve and be of service, but let's make some money. If you don't need it, for the next generation and the next generation. The more money we have, the more we can serve. So even if you don't think you need it, you live a conservative life, I ask you to step up your game. If you think, somebody said something, Myron Golden, the cheapest isn't the best, and the best always isn't the cheapest. So look at your pricing, look at your money model, and I just want to say thank you for letting this little black girl from Georgia, just letting me have time to spend with you. I'm honored. I never take it for granted that I get to have time and space. And I want to say it's been an honor serving my country, and it's been an honor serving you. Thank you.